going in, I think, as you exit 240 and go on to G-Way.
Hey guys, so it is, what is today? Thursday morning, like December, what is that, 4th? Today's December 4th, I think, 4th or 5th. I know it's Thursday, on my way to school. Running a little behind, it's 8:50. Gas prices finally dropped below $3 a gallon here. It's $2.99 for just a regular flow and a Shell, and then $2.96 with the whole discount card. You know, I got whatever 3 cents off, but hey, 3 cents adds up over a year. So yeah, not much going on. Just a school thing. I'm getting ready to go into finals week. Doing pretty well. Where else will go with this? Shit. Well, that's where I was going to go. I just spilt this in my lap. Okay. None actually got on me, but it's all over my floorboard. This is my new V8 that I have in the mornings instead of just the canned V8. My wife was worried about all the sodium. It's in a V8. And this is, couldn't tell you what's in it. My wife makes up a bunch of packs, and then we just purchased a Ninja, probably about a month ago. And that thing's a badass little blender, man. It'll tear it up. I have a juicer also that my wife's aunt had given to us. We used it one time, and now we'll probably pass it along. It's a really nice juicer, but the Ninja, you know, you get everything. There's no, like, when you use a juicer, you know, you get the juice, and then all the fiber material is left behind. This, you're drinking everything you put in there. There is no left behind, and it does it really well. I think this one has spinach, kale. You know, she got on to me for the kind of kale that I had purchased. Said it's too earthy. Her words. I was like, I have more grass. I can handle earthy. Let's see what else looked like was in it this morning. Mango chunks, and there was chunks of kiwi. And I'm trying to think of what I got when I was at the store shopping for her to make this week's. She cuts everything up, divides it all out into little Tupperware bowls or whatever. We just shove them in the fridge. That way in the morning I get up, I zip one up. I will probably start taking, get a flavorless protein. That way I can add a scoop of protein to it. That way I'm not taking a protein shake in this. That'd be kind of a little more convenient. Not so many cups rattling around in the morning with me. And then I'm running so far behind, I also have my bowl of oatmeal. And I just use the regular Quaker instant flavored. Actually, that one I usually take 2 packets of the flavored and 1 packet of the original or non-flavored and mix it all together. So I usually have in the morning. So I have that, I have this, and I have a protein shake. Even though I missed my protein shake this morning, I'm running so far behind I didn't get up on time. But I have all that, not at one time. That's like over the course of 2 or 3 hours is what I usually give myself in the morning to get my head right before I start getting the kids off to school. So I did all that. But this stuff's pretty good. I like this better than the V8. It's, I don't know. I know I need fiber. I'm not a veggie eating guy. I'll try to throw down some broccoli and stuff, but for the most part, I know I lack. And this right here more than makes up for it. I mean, it's giving me tons. I don't know what the fiber count would be. But I'm getting all the fiber of everything I'm putting in there, so we're good. Training's going well. I didn't work out any last week. I was sick. Like I was pretty funky, so I stayed out of the gym. So as not to get that going around in the gym. That's all I need, is because, you know, if you have a set time of day you go to a gym, you see the same people pretty much every day. And so if you get the cold going around in the gym, it's a good chance it's going to come back if you didn't build up a good immunity to it the first time you had it. You might get it again. I'm trying to make sure I'm looking in the floorboard, make sure I'm not putting my foot in this and I don't leave my little green footprints everywhere when I get out of the truck at school. Snow didn't turn into anything that we had the other day. Started out like it was it had the potential to put a whooping on, but it flaked out, warmed up. We had some ice last night. Kind of expected school to be canceled today because I walked out to my truck at about 6 this morning. It was just a shell of ice all the way over it. But no, that's why I've been listening to the news of all the accidents. Especially in one area that I cross a bridge, and I think I've had it in a couple of my videos where I take pictures of the river or whatever. I'm getting ready to hit that. I'm assuming that's going to have a little bit of ice on it since it's over the water. But sorry. Just keep my eyes open for everybody else. Just even when the roads are perfectly fine, this little merging point here before the bridge, people just don't understand the one in rule. You know, you don't have to be the first guy to the next stop. Slow down, leave a gap. There's a line of merging cars. Let one in front of you. The guy behind you should let one in front of him, and that just keeps that flow. Everything's a flow. So yeah, so I don't know. This is pretty much a babble of maybe a year-end recap, I guess. I'm a little worried about my taxes. I'm on annual reporting, and I've got to get in contact with my CPA, see when he wants my info just to report my B&O stuff. I'm not really sure if that's the proper term for that, but just what I made this year, what the business made, I should say. And I know I've heard a bunch of different numbers of how much money you should have set back for tax time. And I know a big rule of thumb is, you know, a third. I don't have a third saved from what I made to what I have in my business account right now, but not far off of it. But hopefully when I do my taxes, because see, I thought at the beginning that was all the same. I thought, and it still might. I might still be off base. I don't know. This is the big learning process for me right now. Never done it before, and hopefully my CPA keeps me on track and he doesn't steer me wrong. I stuck with him, even though communication is kind of rough with him as far as getting a hold of him. It's a pretty large company. It's not a box store company. He owns it. He's just large for this area, but he used to have a lawn care company. So when I start babbling and asking him questions about exemptions, and you know, we're like the other day we were talking about blowers, and or he had a question about a purchase I had, and I was like, oh, it's for my that was for my handheld, my BG86, and he goes, oh, okay. He goes, those are good brands. And then we started talking, just kind of flowed into a backpack blower conversation, and we started talking about how you know, when you don't want to bag, and you got a good mulching mower, you can mulch it up, and then if you leave anything, you can come back through the property with your blower and blow out clumps. And sorry, I'm at a merging point here in front of the school. This always worries me because half the people driving are 19 and 20. Not to knock on you guys, but college kids scare me. But yeah, so it was just funny. That's why I stuck with him, because I think when I ask him questions, he has more of a real world understanding of what I'm asking him. He might be a little removed since he's, owned a couple businesses, and so he might be a little removed from how worried I am about stuff. But at least he understands what I'm talking about. I can use, whatever language. I can just talk about grass like I'm talking about grass with one of you guys, and he gets it. And so I'm going into that. That's got me a little on edge. I had a lot of plans for a lot of different equipment I was going to buy next year. I don't think that's going to be the case, just because right now, my mindset right now with the whole tax thing. But we'll see. Right now, all I'm planning on is buying. I put off the backpack blower. I know I said I was going to go buy it. Well, I'm not, because I'm going to need it more for the fall cleanups that I'm going to get into. So I'm going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it now. I'm going to buy it closer, maybe mid-season or something. So I'll end up paying full price, but it's only 10% more. So I can live with that. I'm at the school finally. Where was I going with that? Oh, so I am going to buy a new Honda, because I'm going to need that at the beginning of the season, or I want to have it come out with a brand new mower, and then my Honda I use this year will be my backup. The Bobcat I'm going to hang on to. I'm going to run that 36 belt drive again. I'm going to take it. I got to give another dealer a call. I don't want to take it to the dealer that I buy stuff from, even though they work on Bobcat, they say, and that's where I bought it. But and it's way used. It's old. But when I asked them certain questions about it, they didn't really have the answers. So there's an actual Bobcat dealer 45 minutes from me. So I'm going to give them a call and see if I can just take it to them, drop it off, because I want the thing front to back just gone through. And that way they can call me with any issues. I know, like the motor, Ruben had pointed out, 405 Tuner Z had did a video. I think it was on the exhaust manifold and how it was missing. So that might be the problem of mine. I haven't tinkered with it to see if I could change the gasket on that, because I have that fluctuation in the idle sound. But once I engage the blades, it sounds fine. So that, and I think the braking system needs to be adjusted on it. I've tried to adjust it different ways with the pistol grips, and it's just not adjusting where I want it. Right now, the way I had it adjusted, I can pull in on the pistols, and it'll slow it down enough for me to turn it, but it ain't going to stop it. If I want it to stop, the weight of it will stop it. It'll coast down. It's not like getting away from me. It's not that loose, but it's not tight enough that you could actually pivot steer. You have to, if you want to pivot steer, like say I want to make a right turn, I use that for the example because that's the weakest side. Because I can tighten up the left where I can totally lock it and zip it, but the right turn, I can pull the pistol grip in all the way, and then I have to tug back to get it to, if I want to turn and stay on line, which it'll still do. It's just not. It's not the machine doing it. It's me doing it. Obviously, I'm gonna keep the BG86. That thing's it's a badass little handheld. I started this when I started the season. I had a Ryobi trimmer, 33 CS, I think. I don't know. I hardly used it. I had a Troy built that I had bought before lawn care. I used it as it was about as a homeowner model. You know, I used it around my property. It was a 4-stroke, and that thing, I liked it. It's heavy, but I liked it, man. I ended up the shaft broke on it. I mean, literally right at the handle. The whole thing just snapped on me one day. I'm trimming, and I feel like it's all floppy. And I'm tightening down the handle, trying to figure out what's going on. And then I went to put it on my truck, and I did like that, and it motor fell right off of the shaft, or the shaft housing, I should say. So anyway, I went and I picked up. I ended up picking up a Shindao T230. I shouldn't say picking it up. It was given to me by a customer. He was going to throw it away, and I took it, put $60 into it. Perfectly fine running trimmer. Just needed a new carb and new gaskets, and cleaned up. It was fine. And then I bought off of Craigslist a T242. Love it. The guy said it only had like 10 hours on it. I didn't really believe him at first, but now I do. It had freaking great running. I think I paid him. I gave him $150 for it, I think, or 140, something like that. A great running trimmer. So I will probably buy another new 42 like that. I don't need the next size up. I don't need that big hoss. I don't do any big clearing, so that thing's fine. Probably the Honda and the new trimmer are my two main before season buys. And then during the season will be the backpack. And then hopefully, I've made freaking a ton of money, and at the end of the season I buy the V-Ride. Won't happen, but my next big purchase will be a trailer. I want to get a 12-foot dually. Or not a dually, sorry. 2 axles. Just so, because right now I have the 6x10 open, and it's fine. I fit everything on it, but man, it's bouncy, really bouncy when I have the Bobcat. If I put the Bobcat, the Cub Cadet, and I'll be running the Cub Cadet next year. Just gotta put gators on it, run it with the gators. It'll be fine. If I have all 3 mowers that I use on it, it bounces. So I want to do 2 axles next year. So other than that, right now it's just looking toward tax time, maybe stressing out a little bit about that. But other than that, that's probably my little recap. I'll probably do another little video and then edit the crap out of this stuff. So there.